I want to ask you something. Is it possible that Ottawa's going to be able to survive in that market? The NHL is changing. In the next 5 years, it's going to be very, very difficult for small market teams to be successful.
Yeah. Well, I can only tell you this. Ottawa is an ultimate small-town market because they always include in their demographic figures the city of Hull-Gatineau. And to my knowledge, and my experience was only with the football team, you either win for those swivel servants or they won't show up. And Ottawa, because of the Hamburglar, got that city going again because they started to win. And they know that. They know they have to be competitive and win.
Yeah, but I think they're in the wrong rank, buddy. There's no infrastructure. There's no way to go from the city of Ottawa to that place other than a car. There is no proper transit. You know, I've heard all kinds of bullshit that they were going to put a train right in the middle of the highway, a mono train. But it is very, very difficult. I don't understand. Like, I mean, it's very simple. You got to build a rink in Ottawa.
Yeah. Well, they've got that site downtown by the river there, right by Hull, by the river that goes over to Hull.
On the other side of the casino.
Pardon?
On the other side of the casino.
Is that where it is? Yeah. Okay. I haven't.
If you take a look at the property you're talking about, you can see the casino from there.
The NHL never should have gone to Ottawa. It was a mistake. Terrible mistake. They haven't got the
I don't think so. I don't think it was a mistake.
Terrible mistake, right?
Why it was a mistake?
I think it's a great rivalry, a tri-rivalry between Montreal, Ottawa, and Toronto.
Yeah, but they rarely sell out.
I think they got greedy.
They rarely sell it out, Frank. It's a Canadian city. They rarely sell it out. And secondly,
I don't think they. I think Ottawa's got great fans. I think it's impossible for the fans to get to the rink.
Well, I don't think in Canada that's a big problem. I mean, yeah, it's not close, but Frank, it's like they rarely sell out in a Canadian city, and they haven't got the corporate base there, which is the most important to make it work.
How many people do you guys think drive to go see a Leaf game? How many people? Out of 100%, would you say 40, 50, 60, 70% take public transit?
I would say it's in that range. It's well over a half. Well over a half. There's not enough parking, and it's far too expensive. So it's
phenomenal because the subway gets off right there. The rink is at Union Station.
Well, it makes no sense to drive your car if you're taking your son or your daughter down to the game. You just jump on the subway.
But what I'm trying to say is, Billy, they didn't think it out in Ottawa. The team, originally they played right in Ottawa, and it was jammed. You couldn't get people in there where the Ottawa 67s play.
Yeah, it only seats 7,000 people, though.
Well, but I'm saying to you, that's what they should have expanded.
Well, maybe. I think even, Frank, even with a downtown rink, obviously it'd be way easier for the fan base to get out there. But in a Canadian city, I don't think it's that big a deal to drive a half hour for an NHL club. I mean, look at...
Norman, you can drive a half hour from the middle of the city of Ottawa out to where they've got the building now.
Canada.
You're a pretty good driver because you're cutting everybody off. You're not going to...
Yeah, and you're full of shit, Norm, because it's...
I'm not full of shit. The NHL shouldn't have gone there, and Melnick's losing money hand over fist.
You're stuck in a traffic that's bumper to bumper.
Frank...
It's ludicrous.
Even if they were downtown, they'd still be struggling. I'm telling you, Melnick is losing money hand over fist.
Well, you know what, Norm? You're right, and you're right because it's Ottawa. It's the home of all of our swivel servants.
Yeah, that's my point.
To see Christ at the cross.
Yeah, it's not a corporate town.
Yeah, it's a very significant bureaucratic government town, and there's nothing wrong with what.
I think Ottawa would be the team would be very successful financially if they were in the right part of the city. Canada is to go see a game. It's a big commitment because when you go see a game, you're going to be stuck in traffic. And then they don't have the infrastructure that Maple Leaf Gardens did, or now they're building more and more places. But look at what they did in Tampa, where the Tampa Lightning is, and Tampa proper is about 190,000.
Yeah, but the arena's in downtown Tampa.
Population of Ottawa.
Well, Frank, I'll put it to you this way: whenever the Maple Leafs play in Ottawa, I don't see any lack of Maple Leaf fans driving 5 or 6 hours, whatever it is, to get there. So why can't Ottawa fans drive a half hour?
Well,
I mean, I don't think it's that big of an effort.
It's easier to drive from Toronto to see the game than people who live in Ottawa.
Well, come on.
Ottawa's population is 880,000.
Bullshit. That must include Hull, and one of the big challenges to get Hull to come over and watch Ottawa games. They don't give a damn.
Yeah, it's not a French team, so to speak.
What is the population of Winnipeg? 400,000, 500,000?
About 800,000.
Yeah, and
okay. I'm telling you that Ottawa should be successful.
well,
Yeah.
I think the greed of getting the building it for nothing really came back to bite them in the ass.